Palm Springs takes the familiar trope of Groundhog Day, you know, that time loop idea, and kind of repurposes a little bit. We've seen it done before, whether it be horror with Happy Death Day, or action with Edge of Tomorrow, or rom-com with Groundhog Day, but this takes the movie into a rom-com kind of idea. But it changes things about a little bit. It knows that a lot of people going into this are going to know the idea of a time loop and what it's all about. So we don't get that typical way that it's set up with the person waking up, realising it's the same day and everything's happening again. As we jump into the life of Nyles at this wedding he is at as a guest of one of the bridesmaids, it's obvious that he's been living this day countless times over and has just been using it to his advantage. He isn't someone that's struggling to get out of this. He isn't one that's struggling to understand the reasons behind why he's here. He's a kind of layabout. Lazy. Can't be bothered with anything. You know, this is the way it is. So be it. I may as well get up and start drinking beer. To be honest, it's probably the most relatable main character I've seen in the longest while. Someone that just can't be bothered with anything, who wants to laze about and drink beer. That sounds really good, actually. Really good. And things change when he one night meets Sarah, whom he's probably met many times before, but he has a connection this night. They have a kind of fun evening. They go out into the kind of desert as they're just kind of tripping out. I mean, he's attacked out of the blue. He makes his way to a cave where Sarah follows him. He tells her not to follow, but he gets drawn into this strange light that's there, and the day starts all over again. But unfortunately, Sarah followed him, and now she is stuck in this strange time loop as well. And we get to see her kind of come to terms with this, and then have both of these bodies really repeating the same day, just treating the world like their playground. You know, they don't care if they hurt people, they don't care if they act stupid, because it all resets, and you just get to see them kind of bond, having these fun moments. And I really did quite like Sarah and Nyles together. I thought they were kind of fun couple. But what I like most about it is the way that Sarah kind of took charge of everything. Like I said, Nyles was just lazy. This is what it is. Okie dokie, fine, live with it. Whereas Sarah was a lot more proactive, having fun at first, realising that this isn't any way to live their life, and trying to figure a way out of that was such a fantastic idea. And she is very much a take charge kind of person. She has her own problems in life, as everyone does, but you see it slowly throughout the movie, where at one moment she realises there's something going on with Nyles and her, and rather than kind of skirt around the edges, she's just like, let's just do it and get it over with. Which is just, it was such a forthright way, and just kind of made sense for the characters and the situation. And you see later on, as she tries to figure a way out of this, it gets even more fun. But we get a little bit of a side character with J.K. Simmons' addition as someone else who was brought into this time loop by mistake. And that's the one kind of hanging thread that you never really get tied off in this one, which was the only thing that needed a little bit of closure for me in this fun romantic comedy. But what drives the movie more is the two lead performances, the amount of fun they have, even though you know where the movie's going to go, how it's roughly going to finish, you don't care. It's all about the journey here, and it's all about the laughs, and there are plenty of big funny moments in this. There are endearing characters, there's just terrific set pieces that are just bonkers for the sake of bonkers. I'm thinking specifically of the dance sequence in the dive bar, which is completely, utterly pointless, but absolutely wonderful at the same time. Great performances, great amount of heart, a nice romance that I bought into, and I liked both these characters, and was just a really genuinely fun experience. One that I will highly recommend checking out. Even if the premise is nothing new, I thought it was incredibly funny, which is, you know, not a lot of comedies these days really live up to that. And the performances, the romance, it's all great. I'd love to know your thoughts on Palm Springs. If you've seen it, let me know in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.